Hello and welcome to Respect, the wrap-up episode for the 24th Annual San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Fest. I am Micaya and I am joined by my fantastic co-host, Brandy Beasley. What? Woo! Yee! So we are taping this a few days after the wrap-up of the performances. You'll be seeing this on the weekend right after. So if we look a little bit tired,
just a little bit
tired, I think you're going to have to understand. How you doing, Brandy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm tired. It's so amazing, just like the mental energy and also just leading up to it. Because I was saying to you, like, oh, you've been on it since Wednesday of last week. Then I'm like, oh, no. You've been on it since, I don't know, August of last year. But then like it really just the mental and kind of spiritual energy that has to go into it gets concentrated in like the weeks moving up to it. And then super concentrated Friday, Saturday. And then extra concentrated Sunday because you got those two shows. So, and the VIP.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So you just like on Sunday, you just pack your bag because you're at the Palace all day. All day.
Absolutely. Yes. All the things. Yeah. We went into the Palace of Fine Arts Theater for tech rehearsal on the Wednesday. Mm-hmm. And that is the day we began. The tech crew did the load-in all day, setting lights, getting the lobby looking pretty. And then we, meaning myself and dancers, started coming in later in the evening to set tech. And, as much as time as we prepare, it's never enough time, especially when for my piece, because for those of you who saw it was 30 minutes long. Yeah. 15 minutes of video and 15 minutes of choreography and live performance. And it was, we were like trying to rush through tech rehearsal. We didn't even get to the video part of it.
Wow. That's a lot of tech. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And then we did the same thing on Wednesday. Same thing on Thursday. We did the same thing with a few companies on Friday.
Oh, wow. You had
before we had a run through. So some dancers had to come in and do tech rehearsal, run through of the whole show, and then perform. And they had to do it again on Saturday because it was a different program on Saturday, and then do 2 shows on Sunday.
Yeah, there were people at the VIP party that just, you could see they were just, especially those performers who were in both programs, right? They just were showing up to spread more love. But like at the party, they were like, woo. Yeah. So tech rehearsal.
Let's get into these performances. I have a list. In random order. Prince Ali. I'm going to start it with my heart because in my opinion, he was so vulnerable and he kind of touched at everyone's heartstrings and then his craft, you obviously has, honed his craft with many hours of work.
Yes.
But then he used this song that made us all like gushy and mushy. Oh,
well, yeah. So the person I was sitting to, who I was there with, as soon as the song came on, she was like, "Oh my God, I love this song!" And she, somebody was like, "Oh, I was crying from the beginning." I'm like, yeah.
I could watch him for a long time. It takes a lot for a soloist to take up a space that large.
Right. And hold it.
Right. And he had us captivated the entire time. That man is so extraordinary.
Yes, he is. And so humble at the same time. Oh my gosh, right? I know he's so approachable and so, yeah.
Wow. We learned about popping and all of that. Mm-hmm.
That's what's cool about these podcasts is that now that we're live again, like I see these people and it's like I know them already because we've been doing the podcast. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because we started the podcast and then they were virtual people still.
That's right.
Show.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have a live show. Crazy 8.
Crazy 8. Energy.
So good.
I love. There was like a sense of. There were some warriors on that stage this weekend. A lot of warriors. And Crazy 8 makes me think of that. Yes.
Crazy 8, they opened not only the show, but they opened the whole weekend. That was the first performance. And I couldn't have thought of a better one. Oh, the kids were so talented. The piece was so beautiful. It was so, like you said, energetic.
Yes.
Loved it. I loved it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just thinking about, their costumes and the variety of dances that they're doing. I just feel like there was this thread of I was thinking about all the R words, Micaya. Remember the R words? Resurgence. That's one that was sticking in my head. Resurgence and rebirth.
Yeah.
I feel like that was what was happening on that stage. Yeah. Crazy.
All of them really good kids and really, really talented. I loved having them here. Okay, THT.
Woo! THT made us. They were, oh man. They were like, you want this? Do you know what this is? You sure you want this? It just...
They know how to lead you into it. They don't give it to you all at once. And they've got that European sense of like conceptualizing real full potentials of a piece. Right. And you can see that this came from, like they said, playing with different ideas. Mm-hmm. And that's sophisticated right there. What they did is sophistication using their vernacular.
Well, and also I feel like as a dancer, and I'm not sure, I need to ask someone who's not a dancer, watching them, the moves that they were doing that weren't kind of big power moves, but we're still like, do you know how much strength is in this right now? Like playing with gravity and angles. And so, I think you can recognize that, you want them to do these big power moves, but they're doing some power moves right now in front of you that maybe you don't realize. And then just the tension and the suspense and, you're watching their faces too, little ticks that, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the musicality that they have was, I want to hit them. When I first saw them, I just want to hit them. I think I did.
Hit them.
I kind of cussed him out, and I was like, I hope he understands that's a good thing in English. Right.
He probably did. Just the emotion. I think, that raw emotion where you're like, I don't know what to do. I just want to cuss. And
I just want to cuss and hit you. Yeah. So that was a treat. Oh, man. All right. Let's roll on. Bliss. Oh, whoa. Come on, Bliss.
Oh God, they just came and left some stank on that stage, okay?
Yeah.
Just
obvious star potential with these kids. There's no doubt we're going to see them.
They were giving me all kinds of face. And I was like, thank you for filling that bucket in me. Whoa.
We needed that piece a lot. Just some good Busta Rhymes, some hard hitting, what you want in your face, but I'm going to give it to you the best.
Exactly. I'm not coming in
no
low energy. I'm about to just stomp and.
Oh, everybody loves that. No watered down, right? Mm-hmm. We're going to see those kids.
Yeah. And every single one of them. I was like, who do I watch? And oh my goodness, it just.
Yeah, honey, we're going to have to keep an eye on those children because
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be going wherever they want. Yes to bliss. Yes to bliss. Okay. You ready for some freedom and the epic movement?
Yes. So I I saw this program B first for him, and then I saw program A.
Interesting.
And similar to what you said with Bliss, like just the trajectory. I talked to Freedom and I was like, you guys are reaching into the future and showing us what's there with what you're doing with hip hop and movement, and just making me think. And I like when companies make me a little uncomfortable.
Me too.
Yeah. So I feel like they did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He has the audacity, he has the bravery to go outside of his and our comfort zones, and pull our soul a little bit out of our chest, with, without like our consent. But in a way, it's like, okay, especially program B, that one was so symphonic, like
yes.
And it ended up, so intense. And, on the side note, he and his dancers were so wonderful. They were participating in everything that was asked of them. Red carpet, freestyle circle, talking to everyone. They taught a class. I even, during the meeting, of all the performers, I said, I want you to get to know each other, not just your own dancers. And I was kind of kidding, but I said, I want you to learn 5 things about a dancer in the company, in the show. And when we had our next meeting, Freedom raised his hand and he's like, this such and such, his color's purple. He loves this. I'm like, wow, you did your homework. Nobody else had 5 things. Right.
Wow. And, yeah. And he, in talking to him, like he just loved the energy of San Francisco and the variety of people who come to this show. Yeah. And so sometimes you need people to make you realize what you have, right? Yeah.
Thank you. Ooh, we could have a whole nother podcast about that. But let's move on to INQ. Oh my God, there were so many, and they were so lovely to be around and so appreciative.
And they did all
They were reflections of Rocco and Ali, who are beautiful people and sweet people and talented people. So their dancers were reflections.
Absolutely. And the piece was too. And just all those Lauryn Hill songs. Oh, they brought me back. I was like, oh, did y'all do this piece for me with this
album?
Oh.
Dedicated to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how cute. I feel like they were adorable in the freestyle circle too. Some of their dancers were just shining up there, and I was like, okay, loved it. They had, what do you think, about 25 dancers?
Right, because when you brought them back on stage, I was like, and they are still more coming, and still more coming, and still more coming. Right. But the amount of rehearsal and time you have to put into having that many people and having it look like they just do this in their sleep, and that they all love each other. That piece was.
Yeah, they did. They really rehearsed that. They were also clean. That's a good one.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about Turf Force.
Okay. 2 thumbs up. I mean, just like for me, the journey and like hearing about, and of course I had a little peek in before because we did the podcast with you and Johnny 5, but just, the vulnerability that everybody had to like get into, and then the sharing, and then seeing that come out in the piece. Yeah. I was like, wow, this was work. This was work. And then this work produced, a beautiful piece for us to watch. So yeah.
It was a vulnerable thing for every person involved, including me for sure.
Yeah.
And it took a year or more, really, because we wrote the grant in 2020 to put this together. First time I've ever done anything of like this. Such a long 30-minute piece, right? Now that I look back at it, I'm so glad we did the video part of it, because I felt like that process was important for the audience to see and experience, rather than had we just performed the piece live. They wouldn't have got how we got there, answers. It was crucial, right?
I agree. I really agree that was crucial to that piece. And I think also it gave people a glimpse into, like, yes, everybody is polished up here and looks like they just wake up and this is what they do for breakfast, but like to see people in the rehearsal space creating the piece, because I don't think that a lot of audience members get to see that.
And I hope that audiences understand that just because you're not a choreographed dancer doesn't mean that you are any less well respected of an artist. And I was hoping that that's what I got through to everyone as well, is that we're bringing you into our world, but there's no less respect in what you do, because my dancers and myself can't do what you do. And they taught us so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Freestyle is no joke. Just like choreography is no joke. It's just different, pieces of dance. But, I used to just do choreography, bust it out, and then freestyle. You remember, oh girl, we were at some place and some girl came up to me and was freestyling, and I just like blanked.
No, but like it's freestyle, and then the turf culture, the stories, the things behind everything, the names of all these dances and what they mean. There's so much. I only got a little taste of it, but I went backstage, obviously, after they performed. I gave them their kudos, especially after their second piece. And a couple of them were like, I get it. The turfers were like, I finally get what, this is all about. I'm like, yeah, great. But I love and smile and was like, I love y'all.
That's what you do.
And we are done, and I'm tired, and I feel good about it all. And what a project.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go on to I think this is one of my favorite pieces of the festival, which was Sun Kim Dance Theater's piece, because that woman is clever in her decision making and her brilliance of the way that she's so vulnerable on stage, the way that she expresses herself artistically, the choreographic decisions she makes. It's captivating. Her piece was captivating to me.
I think that is the correct word for it. I mean, and then I love when costumes have just these little nuances. So, they got me with the socks. They had the tie thing on their costume. And then they got me with the whole talking. And it looked like that just appeared oh yeah, that's just been there forever. This way of them moving their bodies to these words. It just, no, they didn't have to rehearse this. This just, this just what they did.
And it was the kind of storytelling that you're involved in, but you don't feel manipulated by.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. And I like that. I love the piece.
I know. I'm thinking about it.
She's such a humble woman. She's such a humble dancer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I brought this up. I might have, but I have to mention again that she's a powerful person, meaning that she manifested this piece to be on the stage of the SF International Hip Hop Dance Fest.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And she told me when I finally did book her that the reason she created it before she was even booked, if you build it, they will come kind of stuff, right, to be on our stage.
Wow.
Ooh.
Definitely one of my top pieces.
Me too.
I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
I've seen it on the video, but right, live, Live, come on, whole
Yeah.
nother thing.
They just come out. They can, it just.
And to start the show with that, it was almost like squirmy because I'm thinking, how is it going to stay on that level? But then every piece did. And program B was just like,
it was. No, the whole time I'm watching it, each show, I just think about you and the process of trying to, you have all these pieces. It's so amazing because you have the creation of the pieces, and within their pieces, they're trying to figure out this flow and how they're going to, flow with the audience and lift and give you a break and lift you up again, maybe, or tease you. And then you're doing that with the curation of the show.
Yeah. Big
what
time.
We start with, what's in the middle, what's next to this piece.
So important. It's so important. It's so important. You have to take people on a journey.
Yeah.
All right. So these guys, when you watch Playboys, watching
history,
you're watching history, legends, and you're watching some people who have worked on their craft to its finest. It's not a TikTok dance, baby. It's years and many, many hours of working on very specific movements. Oh, kids, don't get lost.
Right.
Children, listen to me. It's like worlds and worlds and galaxies apart from the stuff that you see on your TikToks, babies. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Don't even apologize.
To all you kids.
Tell the truth. Yeah.
These Playboys, right? And really get the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because then what's going to happen when these kids, is this going to be a dying art? My heart hurts.
No. Cause I don't think it's going anywhere. Cause they, of course, bring me back to watching Media Circus at Dance Fest, right? And just, there were ancestors were channeled up on the stage this year as well. Yeah. So just watching them, and Poppin' it was the Poppin' Dance Fest. It was.
There was a lot of it. Yes. And they did that boogaloo and the strutting, and they closed the show, and the audience lost their mind.
Yes, they did.
It's really clean.
I don't think that's going anywhere because of the way it connects to people. We love that kind of dance.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you this. I'm sitting in the audience on one of the nights with my dearest friend, and he's like, points out this girl that's a couple of rows in front of us. She's like 12. I don't know. She's on her phone almost the whole show. And then she put it down, and then she got to pick it back up and get back on it, play a game. And we were just like, how could you not?
You know what? Keep going. I'm going to tell you something, but you keep, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She couldn't put it down for longer than maybe 10 minutes at the most, even when, the most prolific moments were happening. And we were reminiscing as, grown people do, like, oh my God, what's happening with the next generation? This is frightening. So
it is pretty frightening. I will agree. My daughter, who's now, I have a 9-year-old and a 5-year-old. I have no plans of getting them a phone anytime soon, and maybe they'll hate me for that, but that's fine. It's just like they hate me when I don't give them all the sugar they want. But I've gone to a few shows since we've been able to go to shows, and the bigger shows, they take your phone from you. They don't take it from you. They give you a little pouch to put it in, and the pouch is sealed up with one of those magnet things like clothes in the store, right?
I do not. Where do they do this?
This is at Chase Center. So they put it in a pouch. They make you put your watch in a pouch. They make you put it all in. They lock it up. And then there's specific places where you can go and be on your phone. But it is amazing to go to these places and maybe go to the area where you can get food and drink and no one is on their phone. It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
So it's funny, when I came into Dance Fest this weekend, I thought of that. I was like, oh, that's right. They're not going to take our phones. But I'm like, maybe, yeah.
The adults weren't on their phones, but the kids were. Yeah. Anyway, let's finish off this list with Versatile. Speaking of people who are masters of their art, who really are doing the damn thing, like are touring, and they're going to be at Joyce Theater next year in New York. They know what they're doing. They've got this whole thing down like a professional dance company. Their composition, their work ethic. I mean, you get it when you see them. You get it. This is high art. This is fine art. This is worth everything. And honestly, like today, I was thinking about how dancers should be worshipped in a way like musicians, because we love and honor musicians, but dancers, like watching Versatile and all these dancers, we relate because these people have the same thing we have. Bodies. They have a body.
Right.
They're doing something with the body that is making us, evoking us. And we can relate because we have one of those. We have two, most of us have two arms, but even not. Like, we get it. We all have pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So they can do some things with those things that we can't do.
It's almost like but they're, I don't even know if I have the words. I mean, I feel like you compare them to musicians, but I think dancers, and especially when we get to a level of like Versatile, they're like healers. They are shamans. Like, I told Miss Funk, I was like, do you understand the maternal and ancestral energy that you channeled up there, girl? Did you hear everybody? I know I'm starting to get misty-eyed. Did you feel all of the women in the audience, and not just the women, I'm sure, but I think mostly the women, just like giving you that energy and like sending it to you because you were calling it from them and channeling it up there. I mean, she just, and the energy and the, like, I don't know the word for it. I don't think it's dedication. Just when they're up there, they are holding you the whole time.
Yeah.
They don't drop it. Yeah.
No, they hold your space. They take us, and we're willing all to go.
Yeah.
And it's just, and they entertain us. They evoke our spirits. They give us social commentary. They do all the things, and I doubt they have a performance anywhere ever where people don't rise to their feet.
Girl, I'm telling you, I've never seen a Versatile performance where I was like, oh, that was all right. No.
I'm going to say, no, you get up and every show is going to
every time. And they've been coming since, I don't know, what was their first show?
They said 2009. I think she said 29 is the first time. And she said that, that was one of the first times they started stepping out to do this. And it kind of gave her a platform to like really continue on. And boy, did they ever. And
they come correct every time, every single one of them. I mean, I see their faces on that stage and I'm like, oh, do you want me to come up there? Is that what?
I want to be part of Versatile Dance Company, and I don't even want to perform, but I do with them.
Right.
Oh, man.
I'll be your understudy.
So, yeah, this weekend was a reunion.
Mm-hmm.
In the biggest and baddest and most beautiful way. There were so many of us that were just so deliciously happy to see each other again, to be back doing things that we did. I walked on stage Friday and Saturday, and I almost didn't know what to say. Just seeing everybody, It took my heart and just stopped it for a minute. Like, here we are doing something that is so meaningful again. Yeah. So, and then, always the reunion, but then there's always the new people. And hey, remember, there were a couple of shows I said, hey, who's new in the audience? And a whole lot of people came.
Yeah.
And we hope that they now are lovers and will bring of the festival and bring their people back.
That's
and
right.
now we have new folks. The kids circle the kids freestyle session on Sunday was a delight.
Yes.
Many adorable young kids jumped on stage and just went crazy for 20 minutes straight.
Right?
And they were
so different levels. Yes. I mean, there were some kids making like a pyramid at some point.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Their parents were so appreciative. They can go home and the kids would be tired, right? We wore them out. They went hard, 20 minutes, like running around the stage, dancing, doing their little b-boy steps, like trying to show off. Oh, man. Those moments are just almost so sweet that it's hard to, they hurt.
They do hurt. And then all the little, all the uncaptured moments backstage. I got to connect with people and we went to have some food and just connecting back to Dance Fest energy, Dance Fest family, new people. So we have to do this again. Yeah,
I'm going to figure out a way as best I can. I had too many people that said they'll sell a cookie, they'll sell their body.
Like so many people, right? They're like, what you need? What you need, Micaya?
So whatever, so as best I can, I'm going to try to make this happen. We had the most beautiful set of massage therapists, I have to mention, here backstage, and then they end up coming to the party. And they were the most lovely set of people who kept wanting to take care of me. And I kept saying, no, you're here to take care of dancers. And they're like, well, I will give you a free massage next week. Okay, I will.
For real, right? Not going to turn that down. Yes, thank you.
I've always been like, all the food, all the massage. I've never touched that food. I always order to get my own food. Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. And then they were at the party, and the party was a lot, like one of the most sweetest parties that we've ever had. Everybody was just so joyful and happy.
Yeah. I think so too. I think people just were just happy to be back, happy to see each other, happy to be in this place. I mean, even Cow Hollow Catering, just seeing those people and be like, I know y'all, and we're back and we're here and we're doing this and we're hanging out and wheeling around chips and dip.
Really so happy to be together. They really were.
Yeah.
And it was just, it was funny because it was like this great energy. And then I went over to the DJ and I said, I just found out we got to wrap it up in about like 20, 30 minutes. And then he just went and just put on the music, like hypey, hype up. And then all of a sudden, everybody just started jumping, even me. And I was so tired. I'm like, what am I doing? What are you doing? Why did you do this to us? Then he were, and next thing you know, we were just like high off the fumes. And it was so fun to like finish on that kind of like
where we were like, stop dancing. We got to go, y'all.
No, he had to push it around first, and then everybody could come down. But once again, the party was made possible by ours truly, Brandy Beasley, who provided financially all the drinks, all of the food, everything for us. And thank you so much, my love.
I love it. Thank you.
And we got a slow dance, you and me.
We did. Oh my gosh, that was really sweet. Like I really like melted into that. I was like, I'm gonna just really melt into this.
I love you.
Sweet. I love you too.
Well, the only other thing I have on our list is money, which I can't give you. I wanted to give you like, oh, this is the deal. I don't know. Because like I said, it's only 2 days after. I'm going to still work on the recon. I haven't gotten all in. And then I can, give everyone updates on where we're at. I am absolutely certain we're good through this year. Like everybody will be taken care of. Will it be enough to roll over so we can start into next year? That's the part I've been worried about this whole year,
Yeah.
Because of some incredible people and organizations that have helped us get through this year. This could have easily been our last year if it wasn't for some people like, I have to say, Kat Taylor and Tom Steyer, the Tomcat Foundation. They pulled us out the hole and go, oh, no, you're not.
Right.
Oh, no, you're not. We love you. We love what you're doing too much. Oh, no. Get off that pity party, ladies.
Right. Those are our peeps.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah. So that's going to be continued. But all of us have this deep place in our heart that 25 must happen. And I feel like it must. I just feel like, and this is not a bad thing, it just may need to adjust. And I think that way to provide space for it to grow and be what it should be. And I think so. It's going to be better than ever. And that's, and like really whole, really big. But I have to just think about how I'm going to make that work.
Let's do it. Okay. I got to make sure I get vacation, plenty of sleep, because we're going to go big, big, big come November 2023. 25th year. Yeah, we have to do a 25th year. My Virgo mind is like, we cannot stop at 24. Sorry. We have to do, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20.
I think this will be about the future. I think our 20th anniversary for me was reminiscing about the past.
Yes, right?
Dedicating it to the past. But ever since 20, I've been more about where are we going? Of course, we had a couple years of cuckoo land, but here we all are back and creating art again. And everyone, thank you for coming with us on this journey of education and learning about a lot of different dance and loving and supporting the San Francisco International Hip Hop Dance Fest. On behalf of Brandy and I, we will see you next year.
We will. Yes, we will. We're going to make it work.
For the 25th. And we will probably do Respect again because we think it is crucial and important. Thank you to Kevin Morrison for editing and video and Respect. Beyond doing the red carpet, photography, videotaping the festival, and basically whatever we need. Hey, sew a button. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Can you fix my lipstick? Sure. He will do whatever because he loves us and we love him. Give thanks. Thanks to all. Until next year, happy holidays. And we will see you next year. Much love and much respect.
Love everybody.
Love y'all.